Super BS.
Hello, Ukraine, right?
Right.
Because we have a listener in Ukraine.
Get that reach. Oh, really?
We do have a listener
heck
from the
yeah.
Ukraine. The rest of our listeners are in China and or are us.
Good, yeah.
Predominantly have Chinese listeners.
We do have a lot of Chinese listeners. Welcome, listeners. This is the 31st episode of Super BS. We have a very special guest on tonight with us. His name is...
Hi, I'm Mark Batstone.
Ooh, Mark Batstone.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Bankstone.
Mark Bankstone.
As known by No Circles.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the main
circle meets the square.
Circle of life.
Circle meets square. So we got Marky here tonight, spinning it with us. We're really happy to have him. It's been a long time in the
Happy
making.
to be here, of course.
He is taking the place of Jankerson, the professor, and Donna, the Donna. That's just what we call him now.
Donna the Dominator.
Lady Madonna.
Donna the Donna. Donna the Dead.
Donna's
Donna
actually
the
a
Dead.
doctor.
That's good.
Dr. Donna, you're right.
Dr. Donna.
Excuse
yeah.
me. So they're out tonight. And who's this sitting across from me?
This is Professor Brank Broderson from DeVry University. I'm here to give you guys a scripture blessing of the animals upon you.
Wow.
So,
Thank you for that.
I love the animals.
Okay. It's very nice. Not rehearsed, so thank you.
Blessings.
This is Dank Bank. I will be stank banking the cranked swank tonight.
Amen.
Just okay, running you through the show. First, though, I have a special request from Professor Brian Bregner, who's asked me to do some house cleaning matters with you guys. Right? Is that the correct term? House cleaning.
House cleaning is
House
how
cleaning?
it's known in the Ukraine,
I never
China,
know if it's-
and the U.S.
If it's house cleaning or housekeeping. But
It's house cleaning.
Definitely housekeeping.
No one's ever heard of housekeeping.
Okay.
That's an idiot's term.
Brian said house cleaning one time, and I never let him forget it.
And you never let me forget it because it's the right way to say
as
it.
you should.
All right, some house sweeping items. First, we want you guys to rate and review the show. We thrive on those comments. We love to hear what your thoughts are on the show, ways to improve it, etc. Actually, just say nice things because we're very sensitive on the show. Just kidding. Also, we have some social media things going. Please find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. And then also send us an email at superbscast@gmail.com. That would be legit. Okay, now that we got all that fun, boring stuff out of the way, let's get to some boring, fun stuff, a.k.a. Brian, why don't you tell me what you've been playing this week?
Actually, do you want to
Thank you, Brian. That was great.
You might want to save me for last. I think I might have played the most stuff, so I might
Okay.
have.
Oh, heck yeah.
I might have Dr. Donna levels to talk about you with. Okay.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna
into
talk
the
about
past.
games?
You're going to be collecting those moons, I guess.
I'm collecting moons. I'm collecting Egypt. I'm collecting it all. I'm doing it.
Okay.
So let me hit you guys back at the end with that sweet justice.
Okay. Well, Marky, how about you hit us up on those gamings?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. These past couple of months, I've been focusing pretty much on my MOBAs.
Your MOBAs?
So I know you're not a big fan, but League of Legends is the
Dave is the only person on this podcast to actually hate MOBAs.
Yeah.
All the rest of us are profound MOBA lovers.
Wait a second.
well,
wait a second.
Yeah. I think we're on the opposite sides of the fence for this one though, because you're in a Han. Was that it?
I'm a Dota and a
Dota.
Han fan.
Dota and Han. Yeah.
And Dota 2, but mostly Dota and 1 and Han.
Yeah.
I appreciate the LoL. I dabbled in the LoL for some time, but anyways, why don't you tell me you've been LoLing it up lately?
Yeah. Well, I've got a group of coworkers. We're the War Boys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm the worst one, but
The
it's,
worst one.
the worst one. And
Who do you main as?
well, we mostly play as random ARAM, all random, all mid. So
legit.
I tend to do better as tanky ones that kind of take the back line. That's when my team is happiest, is when I'm like have a lot of health and hang back and don't do anything. But
Who's your favorite character to play?
well, probably Blitzcrank actually, because then I can hang back with my crew.
He's
and
the
then-
big shield dude, right? With the
no,
poison?
he's a robot that just
Oh, yeah.
grabs people and yanks them back to the team, so everybody else
Right.
can. If you guys haven't played the game, it's pretty much like a tower defense thing where I don't know, your team of 5 people versus their team of 5 people, and you're kind of destroying your way into the enemy base. And yeah, well, we've been playing this for, I don't know, probably
For
a
2
couple
days.
years now. Yeah.
Yeah, League of Legends has been around for a long time
It's been
now.
around for a while. But yeah, kind of. I'm definitely casual, definitely the worst person on the team, but have fun playing and hanging out with
He's
people.
being
on that one.
humble.
He's being
They're
humble.
pro esports. They've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
knocking it against evil geniuses. They go up against Cloud9.
Yeah, Cloud9. I mean, I'm a second row, substitute for SKT. That's why we went down. If you saw me, I was on the downside of the losing team on the finals that happened. Did you guys see any of that?
No.
Okay. So esports is no joke right now. Like they had where the Olympics happened in China a couple years ago in the Bird's Nest. They rented out that whole thing, filled the stadium, and they had esports playing there for League of Legends. They had
League of Legends tournament.
it was a League of Legends World Championship, like to a packed outdoor stadium that they had all the Olympic players at. It was just crazy
crazy.
to watch. Yeah,
They have the drum people.
I
and-
know that
They had
making
800
kids cry.
drummers
Yeah,
Did Cartman wake up in a sweat like the Chinese?
going to his local PF Chang's.
Well, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
You play anything else or just working on your MOBs game?
no, I've been. Other than that, I've been regretting that I let Nathan borrow my orange box, so I need to get that back from him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Half-Life 2 and Portal and stuff like that. Portal 2 is a great one. I don't know. I tend to circulate back to the stuff that I like, but I will watch. I don't know, fun or funny videos of like players that I like too every now and then on like Twitch or YouTube or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Too, so.
I stream too.
Yeah.
Watch some streaming. I mean, I don't
And
stream. ever.
I'm a pro streamer, so
Yeah.
you guys know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's everybody's know that. What have you been playing, my bro?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was moderating tonight. I'll be asking the questions.
Still gonna cut in.
Dave, what are you playing tonight? Oh, thanks, Dave.
I've been playing.
Is that a Dave impression?
Yeah.
It's a little too good. Okay. Well, a little too spot on, if you know what I mean. I've just been playing Brian's favorite game, Donna's favorite game, the old World of Warcraft.
We love it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows we love. There's two things that Super BS was built on. That is MMOs. Specifically, Donna's mentioned how much he loves the art style and lores associated with Blizzard multiple times.
Multiple times a day.
We love esports and MOBAs. We don't think it's a joke. We love VR too. Sorry, that's the triad.
Okay, you're
Mobile
you're
games.
saying we, but there are multiple people on the show who have different opinions than
the original,
the loudest people on the show.
The original
just so you know.
loud members who created it based on the good word of Final Fantasy 15
Love
did
Madden.
also speak.
Madden.
Although one of our most interesting shows had been about Madden,
I
in
think
my
I heard
opinion.
that one. Yeah.
Because my
Maybe
brother
that's
was
why
on.
it's
He
coming
came
on.
very prepared.
Yeah, I
and
did.
he
Yeah,
almost
he
sold
did.
me on Madden.
He
And-
almost did.
And then I thought about it. I'm like,
Tom actually is
never
a
gonna
rep
play that.
for Frostburn or whatever that engine is.
Frostbite?
Frostbite. Frostburn.
Oh man,
Get
dude,
that.
you're glad Donna's not here.
LOL references in there.
Yeah.
So,
WoW references.
Well,
oh, shoot.
Frostburn's also a Han reference.
Oh,
Oh, nice new
Well,
kid.
not you wouldn't know that. I'm just letting you know.
What have you been doing in WoW?
Okay, so playing that WoW, repping that mage,
getting that pacifist run going.
Getting a pacifist WoW run going. The only experience I get is from discovering new cities.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
It's
slow
so
go.
Awesome.
I'm pretty well traveled, but as far as being an asset in combat, I'm just worthless.
So, where are you on your mage test? You get your mount yet?
I got my mount yesterday, actually.
It's really hard. That's level 40.
Yeah, it's actually level 20.
Don't believe in that.
Okay, cool. Well, in WoW, when you play it, things are different now than when they were 20 years ago when you played.
You don't just turn them into a sheep and run the other way.
No, I just blow stuff up, throw some ice cubes at it, call it a day. Things die so easily in that game now. It's pretty.
So, where's
Pretty
all the
mindless.
mad PvP on STV
The
happening?
mad people. Okay, well, you just said the only location that it could possibly be. So I guess STV.
And it's still 40 on 40s out the beach,
No, man,
right?
there's no world PvP anymore. All the PvP you just queue up through the battleground person or whatever. Actually, you don't even need to do that anymore. You just queue up for battlegrounds while sitting AFK in Orgrimmar. That's all you need to do. So that's gone. And like I said a couple weeks ago on the Blizzard episode, I'm really hoping that the new expansion sort of revitalizes that dead scene of open world PvP.
Make
All
WoW
right.
great again.
No one else has played games, so Mark, why don't you tell me again? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Brian, tell me what games you've been playing.
Okay, I'll unleash it on you dudes. I am almost done with Super Mario Odyssey. I'm at 875 moons. I'm at the point where
Dang.
there's only 999 moons in the whole game, and most of those you have to get through buying them.
That's too many.
What? Get through
Yeah.
buying them?
Yeah, so it is one of the worst things about Mario Odyssey is that so some people don't want to go out and get the moons, so they allowed people to buy moons in the game to kind of like bypass that in case they want to just see the late game content.
But they cost a lot of coins or something?
They're a decent amount of coins. It's not like that expensive, but the problem is I think you can buy your way to 999 without getting all the moons you need to get to 999, and there aren't even enough moons in the game to get to 999 without buying moons.
So you must buy
You have
a
to
couple
buy moons.
Okay.
At least 90, I think.
And is this in-game currency?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, it's all in-game currency. But I mean, the
Scam.
only thing you get, the only thing you get for 999 moons is like there's a big hat thing in this game where you're,
Spoilers.
spirit hat. Yeah, the first second of the game they introduce that. And so I believe the hat is on a famous castle in the game that is a spoiler that I won't say much more. And that's like
Sleeping
the reward.
Beauty's castle.
A famous castle.
A famous castle, Sleeping Beauty's castle is
Nice. That probably looks really cool.
But yeah, so I'm almost at the point where I'm about to give up because the only moons left to get are like jump a rope,
I was
which
about
we've
to ask
talked
you
about.
if you did jump rope yet.
I tried 4 more times. I can't.
times. It's so many
I saw my roommate playing that. Yeah, he was jump roping and yeah,
It's terrible.
How far did he get? Do you remember?
No, I was just in the kitchen as this was happening, so I was kind of
ridiculing him?
bypassing. Yeah, smashing glasses to distract him. He was on a roll, and I would just like knock something over.
If you can get to 70 jump rope things, you are a chief of gaming. Like I don't even know how you do that.
How
Like,
high have you gotten, Brian?
a 60 or something. It's
Okay, it's
it's
not that
really
much
really
further.
hard. Like it's by luck that I got to 60. Like at some point it just becomes pure dumb luck. Like you were supposed to jump by. Anyways, I don't want to keep going over that. The other game I played, I actually played 2 more. Assassin's Creed Origins, which we've talked about on the
Cool.
show, and it's really
Yeah.
cool. It is really really cool. I don't.
For an Assassin's Creed game or just good?
I just think it's cool. Like I like most of the Assassin's Creed games. I don't love them, but I think this one is definitely one of the more interesting ones because it takes place in Egypt. Like it's just different. The last few games have all been like Renaissance Europe, pretty much, and
Yeah.
the one Civil War one, or not Civil War, Revolutionary War, should have been the best. Was like the worst.
Why should it have been the best?
Because it's such a cool time
Just
period.
because Patriot's a really good movie?
Yeah.
No, Revolutionary America is like really interesting, like he's crossing paths with Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, George Washington, just like in history, the one guy, this.
It does sound like it could have been cool. It wasn't good though, just because of gameplay and stuff like that.
Yeah, it took like 8 hours to get to the beginning point of the game where you then had to like hunt a bunch of bears, which wasn't fun.
Oh,
But
jeez.
anyway,
Was the
so
pirate one fun? There was Black
I've heard
Sail or
that, I've
something
heard
like
that.
that.
It's great. Black Flag.
Black Flag. Yeah. I saw a little bit of that. It looked really fun.
Like I have no doubt I won't finish this game because all Assassin's Creed games are way too long. They're all like 50 to 60 hour games,
Yeah.
and that's if you just mainline the story. Like if you don't do
you
the side
serious?
quests, yeah, they're all
That's
crazy long.
insane.
I mean, it's a good game for your buck, I guess.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess so.
You buy one Assassin's Creed game, play it for 6 months. But Ancient Egypt's rad. I don't have an Xbox One X. I just have a regular Xbox One. So I don't get all the cool 4K HDR, which I guess a lot of people are saying it's like one of the best looking games on
Yeah, I've heard
Xbox One
that.
X. But it's fun to just climb towers again and hide in the, hay and
Parkour.
take out guys. Yeah, parkour.
What's your best kill you've gotten so far?
I mean, I've just started it, so there are like 5 guys sneaking on my friend's house, so you got to go in the bushes and take them out. So I did the jump down off the roof and smack the guy in the head. That one's always
nice.
fun. I've also been playing South Park. I want to finish that.
How far are you?
I'm on night 2. I want to say it follows a similar setup to the first game where it's 3 nights. So I'm at night 2. I want to finish it. It's a lot of fun, but it's just the battle system is really slow. So I just don't know if I'm going to be motivated enough to finish it.
You're playing on the easiest difficulty
Yeah,
possible, right?
I try to find the easiest difficulty.
Right.
I play that
and
at
then
it.
lower it
Because I'm not an idiot, so I'll never play on hard.
Right,
Like
okay.
idiots.
Right.
We've talked to idiots previously on this podcast, and they said they would play games on hard, like idiots would.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I used to be all about that hard lifestyle, and then now I just play on like normal or easy just to get through the story. If I'm like bummed at if things just drag out, then I'll just switch it over to easy mode and get through the story.
Yeah, I don't think I have any interest in really playing games on hard because there's no good reason to ever do that.
Yeah, I mean, challenges, I mean, they're dumb. They're a waste of time.
He admits it.
Well, guys, should we pop into old stock corner? Or should
I
we,
think we should.
Let's do it.
I just thought of one other game real quick.
Oh, what have
Let's
you
do
been
it.
playing?
Let's hear it.
Stranger Things on mobile.
Oh, really?
No way. What
it?
is that?
They made a little promotional thing for the new season of Stranger Things 2 that was online, and so you play, and it's actually kind of a fun old like Super Nintendo graphics kind of, small bit gameplay where you swap out characters. Like you play as, I'm not super far in it, but you play as the sheriff, and then you play as one of the kids, and then like they each have a slingshot or a fast punch or a baseball bat or something like that. And so it's you just kind of like hop and smash your way through town. And
How does it control though? It's an iOS game, right?
yeah, it's kind of you tap on the screen to wherever you want to go, and you double tap to attack it or something like that. So it's it's kind of straightforward and fun, but I don't know, but just getting hyped for the show, it was kind of a cool way to go about it.
Did you finish that, by the way?
No, I only got
Don't listen to our podcast. We spoiled it.
Yeah.
What have you done so far in the game?
You're just kind of like investigating, like, oh, there's a mad scientist in the school, like who's collecting all this type of stuff,
Just like the show.
You just
Oh,
fight.
it's-
Everything gets down to fist fights with everything.
Right.
But then you go in the upside down for a little bit, and so there's
You
still a lot of
fist fight the
characters. You
monsters?
fist fight everything, plants, trees,
And you punch everything in the upside down to death,
Yeah.
just like in the show. and
just like in the show.
So it's not the plot of the seasons,
I
right?
think it's kind of like a filler thing.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like if you were a hardcore fan or something, you might be able to find additional things to bridge the seasons or something like that. But,
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like what's this? Oh, it's free. I'll give it a go.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
And it wasn't worth it, was what he said in the end.
Was it free?
Free.
Is
It
it,
wasn't worth $3.99.
Not
It was-
worth. If you don't pay for it, it's not worth it.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
if you're not dropping 60 bones on that, I don't want to look at it.
$60 on a MOBA game or a OS
Mobile,
game. Yeah. Okay, speaking of $60, let's hop into the world of stuff.
My speciality.
Okay.
Corner.
Marky Stock Corner.
Mm-hmm.
First inaugural episode. Should we just kick it off with the old NT Doi, aka Nintendo?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to know how they're doing.
Let's do it. So, last week, as you recall, I astutely projected that Nintendo would close the year at $50 or
He
more.
didn't do that at all.
And lo and be scold, it is at $50.06 today.
That's not what that paper says.
Oh, Mark,
Ugh.
I brought you on the show to be nice. Just kidding. I brought him on the show to be mean.
Yeah.
So
Thank
they're they're up today a little bit, but people are just like going mad. Analysts are going mad, basically, in a good way, Mad Hatter way, about all the sales and projected sales for the Switch. And people are saying, oh, the Switch is gonna match the Wii in sales and all this sort of stuff. I mean, I think that's a little ambitious. What did the Wii sell? Like 60 million or something, or?
I think it was 120 million.
Oh, okay. I thought it was PS4 or PS2 sold 120 million.
So if that's the case, then we sold 100 million.
Okay,
it was,
but
it
it's
was
still
way
well.
up
It's
there.
in the
Yeah.
in the whatever six figures or whatever you want to call
I
it.
think it was just so hard to get the Switches and stuff for
Yeah.
these past
But
months.
it can't sell that way because there's not 100-year-olds that are going to buy it to play bowling.
For sure.
Yeah, they're gonna lose all that casual gamer market.
Your grandma's not going to be like, oh, man, I want to get this console that I can play on the go.
Yeah,
And then I want to do jump rope in New Donk City all day.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's just not gonna sell that much. I think Nintendo stock's at an all-time high. So that's great. I just don't. I think people like the business side of the people who invest into Nintendo and things like that, who are kind of disconnected from what's actually happening at the company, are going to be disappointed when in a year from now the Switch is sold 30 million, but still like a quarter of what the Wii sold. So we'll see what happens when we get around to that time.
If they sell 30 million, though,
No, if
and
they- yeah.
that's still a ton. Like,
No, it will be a ton. No, for sure. So anyways, so that's basically what's going on with the Nintendo. They're at $50 right now, so they're doing well. probably going to continue to do well through the Christmas season, I would say, because they have all the big titles, and people are going to continue to sell and buy Switches, I think, through Christmas.
This is kind of like something I want to bring up in the news, but just going on what you're saying, like, yeah, they've been doing really well with their ports as well. They've been getting last generation games. Well, I mean, Doom wasn't last generation, but Skyrim's on it now, and LA Noire, and games like, I mean, LA Noire I don't want to give it. Skyrim is like, I've been thinking about rebuying it even at $60 just because it sounds fun to take it on the go. And that's crazy because it's a game that I bought $60 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I can see the talent system and the inventory management being kind of annoying on the go.
I mean, they might make it be touchscreen though, and then it's actually okay. A lot of that.
Man, yeah, inventory management, everybody's favorite video game feature.
Yeah.
It's what Bethesda loves.
Oh, wait, real quick about inventory management. Did you guys play not Original Sin, but Divinity?
Yeah, Division. Yeah,
No.
I
Did
played
you guys
that.
play Divinity?
No,
Oh, okay.
never did.
Dude, that inventory management was intense because you had 4 characters and they all had their own inventories. It was
Games really need to. I think like when they're making games, that needs to be up there with plot and game.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna have an inventory and you have to manage it at all, make it fun or
Yeah.
useful. Because that ruined Fallout 4 for me.
Yeah.
That made Witcher 3 kind of not fun at times because I had to go back and sell when I didn't want to like do that.
Yeah.
Like too many games make this thing that's like, oh, takes you away from what you were doing because now you have to sell.
Funky UI, or you start collecting all these things because you think, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make potions with all this stuff, or okay, no, I guess that's not how this game works, or like, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you spend 20 minutes every time you go back into town and do that stuff, it's such a waste of time.
The weight
yeah.
system needs to be dropped in
Yeah.
almost all games.
And it's not till you're older that you realize, oh, I'm wasting my time doing this. This is a fetch mission with like me gathering wooden buckets and stuff to gain an extra gold piece. Yeah.
You gotta get those wooden buckets. But yeah, sorry about
Speaking
taking
of
us off
gold
topic.
pieces,
Howdy.
Activision Blizz, ATVI, they were down a little bit today, not a whole lot, about 1/4%. They're trading at $63.93, still at relatively all-time high for Activision Blizz.
Dang.
I don't have a whole lot to say about them right now in terms of stock, but I did notice that there was another guy. I'm sure you guys might have heard about this person who spent almost $2,000 on his Hearthstone collection. There's another guy who just recently did it, or has been doing it since the game came out, and he was also saying how, oh yeah, I spent $1,800 and I haven't received all the cards yet, or there's still cards I don't have.
Yeah,
It's just,
I did just hear about that.
Yeah.
So the first guy did it because he wanted to get gold editions of every card.
Right.
I don't know if the second guy is doing it just to get all the cards now because that's a real thing. Like
Maybe he is. I don't know. It's just like, why? Okay, so for one, why are you doing that? And then two, even if you were successful in getting all the cards, like, I don't know. So what does that do for you?
makes you cool.
Yeah, I guess it's a showcase kind of thing, but yikes.
I guess.
Man, I can't wait to show all my friends my $2,000 of purchases. I bought in
Yeah.
a digital game that may end tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
friends.
That's the funniest thing about it, because like if you actually read all the end user license agreements for any game, they can say, and anything that you do in this game can basically end tomorrow at a moment's notice. We can shut this off and delete every asset you think you own.
I
In the
did
news,
read
we'll
that. I do read those in the
You
game.
do read the EULAs?
No, I don't.
Everybody reads the
those.
EULAs. They're the best part of the game. I get to those, I'm like, I'm done. After I finish that, I shut the game off.
Thank you. Everything else is a bonus after that.
Yeah, man, there's a game after this? I thought this was what I was paying the money for. We'll have some news actually about exactly what you said. But
Okay, cool.
It's tied to Disney. I don't think they have any... They're not our stocky.
No, I don't.
are they?
I don't follow Disney, just like I don't really follow Sony or Microsoft. But
So we got Nintendo,
got it.
Activi.
Activi, we got some EA you can look at.
They're
So
trash. That's the...
actually, EA is down the most of all the stocks we follow, about 1%. Still pretty high though, 107.64. I guess the only thing I want to talk about in connection with EA is the fact that they pulled microtransactions from
Battlefront
the
2.
Battlefront.
We
Which,
talked about that so much last week
I know.
because of... No, it's good that you're bringing this up.
No,
I just
yeah.
want to remind the listeners.
Exactly. And then a lot of people, like on the business side of things, like analysts and actual stock investors and things like that, they are pretty worried about EA stock performance because EA has been a pretty powerful stock lately in as like a way to round out, your portfolio. But people are really upset about all the negative press that they've been getting in connection with Battlefront and all that stuff.
This fall's been terrible for them.
Mm-hmm.
They released Battlefront 2, which has had, it will probably still sell like 1 billion copies. Not really that much, but a lot of copies because
It'll
Star
still
Wars.
sell well, sure.
But they also released Need for Speed. You guys remember that
Yeah.
series?
Yeah.
They released a new one this year. It's almost no one's talking about it because it's supposed to be one of the worst Need for Speeds ever made.
Oh yeah.
That's too bad.
So they are, and those are their 2 games.
Wow.
So
I don't know. It's like I don't feel bad for them. They're a massive company and they are notorious for cutting corners. I think that's what they do. They bank on guaranteed income and revenue and stuff. And I think people are getting a little bit sick of it.
yeah, and I think it's like a scary thing to think that we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but they bought Respawn, the company who made Modern Warfare
Titanfall.
And Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall, yeah. And they just bought them for $450 million because I guess a company called Nexon.
I think that price is a little high.
Yeah, it was, but I
No,
guess
I think I don't think it was 450.
it was $450.
Are you sure?
100%. $450 million. Vince Sampella's company. Anyways,
Welcome to Mark's Fact Check Corner.
Mark is gonna.
Could you
double
fact check that, Mark?
Yeah.
Because I think it's 450 with like an option to earn out 450.
Really?
Okay.
Okay,
I don't think it's like guaranteed 450.
I just saw the 450. That's
Okay,
all I
okay,
know. Okay, so if
okay.
that's the case, but yeah, I
Hey
thought
Siri. What video game company? Sorry, hold on a second, Siri.
Sorry, Siri, we're just
gonna
gonna give up on this.
What
Siri.
video game company recently sold for $450 million? As my friend Brian Wegener
Vegana.
just says. She says.
Please
No,
have her
she's-
respond.
She's struggling with that
She
one.
gave up.
She's
I give up.
Are you sure
Just-
it's not the guy from the new South Park
South
episode?
Park where he just stands in the
yeah.
corner?
Boop, boop, beep, beep.
Beep boop beep beep. I'll find that tune for you. No, but they bought it for a ton, and a lot of people are worried that Titanfall 3 is going to now be like, oh, you know what? There's no season pass, which is awesome, but now there was no season pass in Titanfall 2 either. But now you have to buy, $60 to get all the character unlocks, or you have to play for 1,000 hours.
Well, okay. I think EA, if there is a lesson to be learned from EA, it would have happened now in connection with Star Wars. So you can give them the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully they apply that. What if they do learn anything? It'll be the bare minimum. It'll be like the absolute lowest common denominator of what they could do. So, anyways, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Who else do we got?
We can do something real quick on Ubisoft. Nothing particular in the news, but their stock's up a little bit today, so 1569.
Oh,
Great
good for
job.
them.
Yeah,
Great job.
they're doing great. And then Take-Two, they're way up. They're actually the highest priced video game stock that I follow. They're at 117.40. They're a little bit down today, but last week they had a huge jump. And like I was saying last week, it's in connection with their earnings.
Take-Two.
Take-Two, they
Do
are
Grand Theft Auto,
Okay.
Red Dead.
in LA, New
Rockstar? So they own
Yeah,
Rockstar?
They own
Yeah.
Rockstar, and then they're different. I actually don't know what they own besides Rockstar now. I think it's Rockstar is just their biggest company, so that's the
Okay.
only one I really
Gotcha,
know.
gotcha.
And that's it for Stock Corner, unless you guys have any questions.
That's kind of surprising. I don't know, because the last Grand Theft Auto that I knew of, like, kind of tanked pretty quick once people were hacking into it and stuff.
It tanked in terms of like our group of friends, but that game is
Just blew up
I
still?
think it's
Okay.
so it's actually in the NPD for like the top selling games. It's
What's
been
the
number.
NPD?
I actually don't know what it means, but it's like
National Price Deficit.
National Price Deficit. No, the NPD is where they tell you the top selling games at retail.
Oh, okay.
And it is normally number one, even after coming out on the Xbox more than 2 years ago.
Really?
It's
Okay.
still
Whoa,
number one
that's
almost
crazy.
every month. It's in the top. It's been the top NPD since it released on Xbox One and PS4 2 years ago, but it was in there the whole time as well when it was on Xbox 360 and PS3 for the first 2 years.
Is it monthly sales or
Yeah,
just
it's
like
monthly.
total? So people are still buying that
Yes.
game.
Yeah. So it's
What?
sometimes the top selling game of the month.
How is that even
Dang.
possible?
It's only been like the lowest I've ever seen is $30, and it's a 4-year-old game.
Man.
Like that's rare that it drops down to $30.
It must be all these, like, young kids coming of age or something, and it's like now they can finally get an R game because that's the one or something.
Yeah,
rated M game. I mean, yeah.
It's
rated R.
rated R.
Rated R for Rockstar.
Also, like, I mean, besides the hackers, like, they added so much to their online. Like, you can do bank heists now. You can create your own, like, maps and courses. Not like map, but like courses and objectives. You can create your own free-for-all matches, and they put a lot into that game.
Beat
and
people's
they're-
arms off with a baseball bat.
And there's microtransactions.
And microtransactions.
So they're
everybody's
making-
favorite. Yeah.
Everybody loves them. That's why people are buying this game in
Inventory
droves.
management and microtransactions.
Everybody loves those inventory management.
Sign me up. Well, anyways, guys, that's all I got from the Stocky Poos. Unless you guys have any other comments, we can exit out of this little microtransaction.
No, I'm so proud of T2.
T2.
Yeah, T2.
Yeah.
R2T2.
R2T2. I love them.
Well, guys, should we take a little breaky poo, or should we hop into that sweet, sweet news?
Let's follow your lead.
I'm okay with a tiny break.
Yeah, let's take a little Tiny Tim break.
Hey everyone, venture into the pop culture cosmos today, where you'll hear our conversations on different topics within the world of movies, TV, video games, comic books, technology, board gaming, and more. You'll also get a taste of some of our other shows within the cosmos as well. So come on and join us each week as we delve into the pop culture cosmos.
Welcome to the Pop Culture Cosmos.
And we are back. That was a great break.
Yummy.
Had some of that yummy, yummy pizza.
Yummy.
Thank you, Master Splinter.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. That was a good impression.
That was spot on, Splinter.
That was
Mark.
spot on.
Thank you, Mark, for doing the Splinter.
Well, that was Mark who did that?
Mm-hmm.
And not Brian.
That
Not
wasn't
Brian.
me.
Not
yeah.
Brian.
So
Okay.
if you guys don't like that, just remember it was Mark and not me.
Okay, and
If
then
you did
rate
like
and review the
that-
show.
If you did like that, it was Dr. Ghana.
Dr. Ghana.
Dr. Ghana. Dr. Ghana, she's
Ghana dust.
gone. Yeah, she's a Ghana.
Ghana dust.
Well, here, guys, this just in. There's some news that we want to talk about. Hot off the presses.
Hot off those presses.
Hot off the Kotaku presses.
No, this actually kind of could have worked. Yeah, pretty well off the Kotaku. You are pretty much right most of the time. On this one you are, but not on the next one.
Game Informer. I mean, thegamer.com.
Thegamer.com. That's the only site we read, review, love, hope to be someday.
Is that the new Game Facts?
That is the new Game
Is
Facts.
it the new Game Facts? I thought that was...
No, that is Game Facts.
Oh.
Or are you talking about NeoGAF?
I'm making stuff up. Right
Oh,
now.
I'm not
okay.
talking about
Are you
NeoGAF.
talking about Neopets?
You're talking about Neopets.
I'm talking about Tamagotchi over here.
You're talking
Tamagotchi.
about
Oh,
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Tamag-
Tamagotchi.
Okay, Tamagotchi. That could totally be a thing.
This is a
Let's make
terrible
a
way to get into
Tamagotchi
what I was
podcast.
planning on talking.
I like my thing
I'll
better.
switch it up, and then I'll talk about the sadder stuff second. The
More
first
sadder stuff.
cooler, not sadder stuff was Nintendo Switch was named as Time Magazine's coolest piece of tech this year.
Why didn't you bring that up during the Nintendo Doys stock corner section?
and I love it. But no, it's awesome. It beat the iPhone X and the DJI blah blah blah. I don't.
Why do you-
The Spark.
Why do you think it...
What is a DJI Spark?
It's a tiny little drone. Pretty slick.
Oh.
Is that the one you have?
No. I have a.
It's
I have
in
a
here
bigger
watching
one, but-
us right now.
It's the
Mark's-
one that's flying up right there. It's real quiet. Whispers quiet.
We're live streaming.
I like how we're all looking and pointing for our podcast.
Well, everybody
listeners'
sees
benefit.
us online. We're
Yeah.
on Twitter.glove.
Wait, why do you think it won first place?
I think it's because it's the best. I mean,
Oh,
no,
it's
I
the best. Do you like the Switch?
I hate it. As
Okay.
everybody knows on here, we're anti-Switch. We are anti-Virtual Console, pro VR,
Okay.
pro Tales of Fantasy.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Cool.
I love the Switch. Like you guys know that.
So
Everyone
it won
knows
because
that.
you love the Switch.
Yeah,
is
and
that why?
Time interviewed me. They asked me,
Brian, give us the top 10.
What's your top 10 techs? I was like, I guess the iPhone X after. I had some DJI thingy that stored in my house.
It's the Spark. It's the tiny little drone.
Brian just struggled to name 10 things that were invented this year, and this is what he came up with.
And even though I like the Xbox One X, I put it at 8, just so people don't think I was favoring
That's cool, man.
It's really cool of me. But no, I don't know why. I think it's really cool. Like, it's a really powerful tablet, and it does something that very few things have ever tried doing. Where, I mean, I was about to say consoles, but because it's a hybrid, nothing ever has really tried to do exactly what it's done.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take your. I mean, you can. No, you can't. You can't take your phone and go home and you
do
know,
a
put it in
phone
a port
call.
and do a phone call. You can't do that, man. There's no
Right.
phone calls. You can't
Right.
put it in a port and then just play the games that you want off it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't take your Xbox with you to Dave's house and
Yeah.
show him all the cool games you're playing.
Right.
Well, you
And-
can't.
Mark
Yeah.
Mark does
I
and
do.
will.
does.
I actively do.
And he paid the $5,000 to get the screen in it that I've seen people do, where then you also have to carry around external battery pack.
Oh,
I don't know
shoot.
about that.
I think
Have
I've seen pictures of that like in subways.
Yeah,
people playing
where-
it. Yeah.
but you have to carry a 30-pound Xbox with
Oh my
you
gosh.
to do that.
Did I tell you that when I was trying to convince my wife to get the Wii U, I told her that it did what the Switch does now? So I was under the impression that, oh yeah, you can play your watch TV while I play the game, and it's totally cool. And
You can do that though.
on the Wii U.
Yeah. Well,
No.
Oh, I forgot. You're using the Wii U as a video service as
Yeah,
well. No,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't do
do
that.
it then.
Oh.
Oh man, yeah. The Wii U sucked.
Oh, Wii
R.I.P.
U. R.I.P. Man. I liked some of the games on the Wii U.
But speaking of RIP,
Anyways.
I want to let you guys know about one other thing. And this was actually, I want to tie it into Hearthstone stuff earlier. There was a company called Gazillion Entertainment that worked on a game called Marvel Heroes. It's like a Diablo 3-like RPG action game that was free to play. And it's on PS4, Xbox, and PC. And there's a really cool podcaster named Anthony Gallegos or whatever. Gallegos? I don't know. But he's with
Gallegos?
our Rebel FM. And yeah, Disney just closed them down this week. And so a lot of the people who were previously playing the game, I think it's open for a few more weeks or something like that, are really upset because if they bought the characters or bought anything as free to play, bought the costumes,
Yep.
they just lose them. They
That's-
lose hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars.
We were talking earlier about lessons learned in connection with video games. I think this is one of them.
Yeah, it's a bummer though. Like it's sad
yeah.
that this is one of the things, I don't know if we've talked about it on here before, but games as service, it's a big issue.
Yeah.
Especially when you're putting a lot of money into a digital game, you know? But yeah, I just want to bring that up because it was actually kind of a cool game. A lot of times the games that get shut down, they haven't made games in years or their last game wasn't successful, but this was one that people seemed to like and was doing quite well, but I guess it wasn't doing well enough for Disney standards. So
Yeah, I don't know. I need to see some of those statistics.
I need to see those numbers.
I'm going to see the
dollar
numbers on
signs.
that ASAP. Sheila?
Otherwise, though, the news week was kind of slow. I got to mention a few things. The ports to the Nintendo Switch have been rad. There's been a lot of digital sales in
Yeah,
because
on
Black
Xbox.
Friday, on Xbox and PlayStation, and Black Friday's coming, so you can find like Xbox Ones and PS4s for $180 with games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's awesome.
Okay, with the ports that are going on with the Switch, do they tend to stay like in a certain generation of video game consoles?
So the Switch is underpowered compared to modern consoles like Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah.
So most of the ports are Xbox 360 games. However,
Oh, okay.
Doom was released on Xbox One and PS4, and it runs there. It's just lower resolution and a little bit lower frame rate. But man,
Yeah.
the fact that they even got those things running on there is like kind of crazy.
No, it is crazy for sure.
It's like a high-powered iPad.
Did you pick up Doom?
I didn't. The fact that they're charging $60 for both of these games has made me like, I would love to buy it, but that's too high.
I would just get it on Xbox One or the One X when you.
I got it when it was $20.
Yeah, I mean, playing it on the Switch seems like wouldn't be as fun because like the point of buying something on the Switch that you already could have purchased on an actual truer console is to play it on the go, or like the promise of playing it on the go. I would never want to play Doom on the go because unless you're playing in a dark room or something like that,
Yeah.
it seems like it'd be tough to play.
But a good example, and I think Mark was kind of hinting at this with his was like, what if your roommate's on the TV? Or like tonight, like my wife was watching something and I wanted to play. I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
16-year-old boy, so it's weird I'm married.
Right.
But like I've said this on
Emancipated
this show
boy.
a long time ago. But no, yeah.
I get that, but
Yeah.
it just seems like there are other games you would play in those situations.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, if I had the choice, I would choose not to play Doom in that setting. I would wait to play it when the TV was unoccupied.
What about on the toilet?
I would actually, let me amend my previous answer. Only play on the toilet, but not on the go. Nowhere else.
That's where you'd want to play it.
Yeah, it's the scariest in there.
But anyways, with our special guest joining us,
Oh, we have a special guest tonight.
Yeah.
We have a guest.
he's hiding
We're,
up in the ceiling
From the
Oh.
Raptors? It's
Oh.
in the Raptors.
DJI
too.
the
Spark.
Raptor, the Velociraptors. Okay, so Mark, word has gotten to me through inter-office memos and other sort of scuttlebutt around the office cooler.
Sheila,
Namely, that you've had a pretty interesting conversation with someone in the old industry.
Yeah, well, okay, so I do a lot of video and audio type of stuff. Right now, I work on for the past couple of years, I've been working on a program called Road Trip Nation on PBS, where I go out on the road with a couple students and we travel and do interviews with people.
You guys should all check it out. It's really rad.
It's pretty cool.
when is it on? Actually,
It depends where you're at, really. Like, cause it's
when's it on in California?
California. It depends where in California.
When is it on the Ukraine?
When in the Ukraine, it's not on.
Oh,
Sorry, but you can check it out online. If you ever see a big green RV driving around anywhere, that's not a Sparklets thing. That's us. Yeah. So as part of we did a trip where we took a couple students who are interested in technology and stuff, and we did a trip. We took them out and around, and we did some interviews. One of the interviews that we did was with Niantic. There's a story developer there, and he
Real quick though, just in case somebody doesn't know.
yeah, Niantic.
Whatever. Yeah, the name.
Yeah.
But just tell some people.
Titanic.
Yeah. So
Tell
if,
people about small game they
if
did.
you played Pokemon Go, which I did, which I sucked at.
You sucked at Pokemon Go?
Yeah, it's a
can't-
game where
I
you
can't
can
even
suck
go. Yeah, I ran out of Pokeballs.
Did you
and
get hit in it by a car while looking for Pokemon or something?
I ran out. Yeah, and all the
You're the
dangers.
kid. You're the
I
kid
am,
who
I am
ruined it.
that guy that
Hey,
they have
fell
on
off
all
the
the
cliff.
warnings. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mark.
I walked straight into the ocean because a Squirtle was out there.
Squirtle.
Um,
Actually, I would go there
And
for
even
a
when his
Squirtle.
I would
phone
do
was off for some odd reason, just kept walking.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of tend to always lean towards audio and stuff like that too. But we did a pretty fun conversation with a guy at Niantic, and he's
All of
the they also had another game there called Ingress. Pretty much what Niantic really does cool is like you use your phone and you can interact with the world around you and do like some kind of interacting with your real environment through the camera or something. But this other game that he specifically worked on, Ingress, is kind of like a big global spy thing where they've got a bunch of like agents throughout kind of the country, and they're all figuring out some kind of clues and like there's a story that's kind of unraveling as they play it.
Do you play it with other people?
You play it with other people, kind of like collectively. Like there'll be certain events and stuff, like a warp gate's opening in this area or something, and like I haven't really played the game myself a little bit. I just kind of opened it up and browsed around, but they have like main characters and stuff, and that they have every day they're writing content for this game that, that you play. Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
It actually preceded Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
It's another augmented reality game.
Yeah, I was going to ask. It sounds like it.
So you,
Cool.
yeah, like you can go to my parents' house, which is a capture point, and you
Yeah.
have to go there and try to get that spot away from like the other people there.
Now,
Yes.
does this coincide with the red dots that are on the map? Like when you look to see if there's a predator in your neighborhood? I'm wondering because your parents have a red dot. So.
Wow, we think so. We think so alike. Because I was thinking that. Yeah.
I see them on my parents.
But yeah, no, I think all that augmented reality and stuff is
Sorry,
really fun.
Mom.
You're good. Sorry, Mrs. Wagner.
She's our #1 listener, guys. Now we have 0 listeners.
She's reservation for Jerry?
She has reservations for Jerry and Cam.
Oh, wow.
She's
I
both
really
of them.
screwed the pooch tonight.
She made 2 iTunes accounts to rate us.
I love the choices, too, of those names. So Mark, any special words of wisdom from your friend at Niantic?
Oh man, geez, it was a fun. It was kind of like a fun get to know him type of situation. But it just really gave me a whole new appreciation. I've just been thinking more about augmented reality type of stuff. you just kind of see it coming now more like even outside of games. There's like bringing it into architecture and like like okay, well hold up your phone and look at the skyline. That's what your building will look like in the midst of the skyline and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like getting around more and more. And I always get to thinking like with Pokemon Go or something, and you kind of make your little cafe or place of business, if it's like becomes a Pokestop or something like that, that just kind of seems like the way that advertising of the future can go. Like Pokemon Go, it's like then maybe an early phase. Ingress is like an early phase and all this augmented reality type of stuff, but
Or public libraries.
public libraries,
This is
yeah.
what I saw advertising when I was driving when Pokemon
Really?
Go was out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
come catch Pokemon here at the Huntington
Right.
Beach Public Library.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just see it as like a big thing where in the future you're gonna probably not too far out. You're probably gonna see like people who run these companies or shops or spots like paying Niantic like Google or something to like, okay, can you make my place a little bit more prominent on the thing? And then that's like how you can control people's foot traffic and things like
Yeah.
that. I just think that whole idea is pretty fascinating
It's
on just
totally
like because it's
fascinating.
what people kind of want and what they'll do. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's really rad. Since
Yeah.
you're a big audio guy, before we get to the main event
yeah.
tonight, I was curious, what is something like audio related to games that you like, man?
Okay. Yeah. So I do a lot of part of the stuff I do on the show is I do like recording and Foley work and stuff like that, and I get music for our programs and things like that. Foley work is maybe some of my favorite stuff. Is where like if there's
What's Foley work?
yeah, if there's a video that doesn't have sound, I go and make the sound for it. So like, say if you're watching a movie and there's somebody running through the forest with a bunch of leaves or something, there's usually a guy or a group of people working together and like rustling leaves to match the movie or
right.
something like that, like stomping, or like if there's a horse or something, they'll be clapping two coconuts together to make horse hooves sounds or something like that.
that from
a
a
la
movie?
Monty Python, yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I kind of wanted to like pose the question to you guys if there was any games growing up where like they had certain sound effects, or like if you heard a certain sound, like immediately you get transported, or you go like, I've got to have that as a cell phone ringtone or something like that. Like where, like, I'm curious.
Do you have one?
I've got one that I hate, but I will always remember.
That's accepted.
The noises in Banjo-Kazooie that all the people make.
Oh, when they
I used
talk?
I used to love it as a kid, but I
That's
played.
pretty good.
I played. That is actually it. I played ukulele recently, which I like, and Dave specifically mentioned how much he loves.
Yep.
He kickstarted it.
I love it as much as Donna loves the art style of Blizzard
Yeah,
games.
that is. Those are both things that both of these people love. But yeah, they do that noise, and you couldn't skip it. And I realized, like, nah, this
Did
isn't
you fast
good.
forward it at all? Like
No,
you
like you couldn't skip the noise.
Oh my
they added
gosh.
that feature later, so I haven't gone back to the game yet. But like,
Nothing
yeah,
can make me turn off a video game faster.
Yeah,
Like,
and,
or
like,
a
one
movie
of the- audio.
faster than bad audio.
Yeah.
Or a podcast.
and sorry, I just had to add something bad. I was trying to think, what's the worst thing you do? Some snort noises. No, but like that, there's like a character that burps in Banjo-Kazooie, like
Yeah,
as his
Captain Blubber in the second
Oh
world.
yeah. And I remember I was playing the game. I was living at home at the time. It was only 21 guys, okay? So don't worry about it. I was living at home at the
I
time.
thought you're 16.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was
You were like 2.
10 at the time. But no, I was upstairs playing the game, and my mom was there, and she was like, "What? Can you shut that game off? Like, it's so disgusting." And I'll never forget that being like, "Mom, it's the character noises that they make," and then realizing, man, this sucks. Like, I should have just done beep 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 or something better.
Mark, what is yours?
I don't know. Okay. Well, I mean, the Star Wars sounds are all super
Yeah.
iconic and stuff like that. That's not quite video
Shadows
game.
of the Empire, you mean?
Yeah. It started from a movie though, so I'm going to
Yeah.
disqualify that.
Okay.
I mean, Zelda is pretty like
Hey, listen.
the chest open.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
such a good sound.
Those are great.
Stuff like that.
I love the hook shot when it clicks into something. Like and I don't know, it sounds like a really cool like
Yeah.
chunky sound when it makes a connection. I love that
When
noise.
it doesn't, though, it sucks.
Yeah.
You hear that noise?
Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
also dude, the sound effect of the re-dead when you're wandering around the city after you become an adult. It's like,
Oh, yuck. Yeah.
oh, dude.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I hated that as a little kid. Yeah.
Me too.
But I think another one, and going back to the orange box and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Valve does an amazing like. I think that was one of the things when I was in high school when Half-Life 2 came out, and I think just the soundscape of it. Before I even bought the game, so I am kind of a late video game adopter actually, and.
What are you talking about? You still play an Xbox 360?
Oh
man.
no! I mean,
That's recent.
I came into video games pretty late.
In 64, though, right?
I had a 64, but it was kind of as it was going out of fashion a little bit.
In
But I had that.
2010?
Yeah. Before Half-Life 2 came out, I was online looking at the lore and all that kind of stuff. I thought, this is rad. I just remember playing a little bit of the first one and just thought, oh, this is kind of funny. Like, there's stuff rotating in the microwave oven. Everybody's head's super square and things like that. But then when, Half-Life 2 came out, just the soundscape of it all where it's like you got little beeps and whirs and stuff. I hear them in my head right now. Or just like the garble in the background. All the cops and
Yeah,
the
those
gas
guys are so
masks and
cool.
stuff like that. Yeah.
That intro.
Like that little
has so many
chirping
good
of their
songs.
walkie-talkies.
Yeah, little
Yeah, it's so rad.
The soundscape of that game, yeah.
That whole game is just
Yeah.
whole
awesome.
game's masterfully
Yeah,
done, but
I
just
agree.
the attention to sound. I always kind of like really appreciate it when people give that type of detail to sound, which is really immersive.
No, totally. Yeah, you actually mentioned all the games that I was going to mention, like Zelda and Half-Life 2. I think the only other game that I will mention is either DK Country 1 or Mario Super World or Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. Those are also great games. Just all the jumping sounds, the really like I just love the sound when you get a mushroom. It's just such a cool I don't know, such a cool sound.
Donkey Kong, I would say it's primarily the music that
But it
that
has
makes
good
it.
sounds too, though.
Good
Like
sound
all
too,
like
but-
when you jump on the alligators.
Yeah.
And like some really
I can't
yeah,
remember.
like whatever. Like they all make different noises.
We all
The
make
big one.
3
Yeah.
distinct noises.
And just I love that like when you get Rambi. I don't know. There's just like really cool like the animal noises sound like they actually. And actually, this is true. When they did the at least the art design, they went to the zoo and like drew all the animals and stuff like that. So I'm assuming they also did it for the sound. I don't know for sure.
That reminds me of this really cool video I saw for when they were making Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, okay, sorry. I was getting that mixed up with Red Dead Revolver. Red Dead Redemption, anyways, where they were recording the audio and they record this trumpet into like a cymbal case, or not a cymbal case, like a drum case, like the top of the leather drum, to get this really, really cool sound. And I'll never forget watching that video before, just like how incredible their sound work was. But yeah, I know it's kind of a little off topic, but I was just thinking about how
it's not at all.
rad that was. It's
Yeah.
totally. We weren't even talking about sounds, guys. We've been talking about butt noises for a long time.
That's an interesting
Okay.
question. I haven't thought about it, but
Yeah, what video game has the best fart sound?
I don't know, man. Probably Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh
so-
my gosh.
which is probably all fart sounds.
Probably.
For every. I played like probably 3 hours of that game. It was pretty fun. But
Is it actually fun? Is it just like a 3D platformer, whatever, 64 trash?
so it's not. So here's the thing. It's less fun than those because it's not a collectathon.
Okay.
So it's a linear 3D platformer where you go around and do quests, and it is kind of fun and irreverent. But because it's so old, I played on the Xbox One because they had like a $20
Yeah, the rare bundle.
rare collection, and because it's so old, it doesn't hold up well. Like you're doing these quests, they're like super, obscure, and you don't even know what you're trying to get. So I had to go on guides, like online, for like go through guides the whole time. So that to me, that's like not a fun thing. I don't like going online
No.
for games.
How does the irreverence of it hold up? Like, obviously there's no shock value to you anymore. but-
That's what I mean. Like it was it was like I could see, oh man, back in the day this must be shocking. But today I was like, yeah, it's actually pretty clean. Like I saw it, I'm like, yeah, there's a guy made a poop, he's not bad. There's
Is that what it is? It's all potty humor. It's not like
it's
sexual.
potty humor. The sexual humor is like, she's got a large chest. See her, she's got a large chest. And that's literally about as dirty as it gets. He's like,
interesting.
I'd like to pollinate her. And that's a bee going to a flower that has a large chest. And that is like, as a kid, I remember this game like being the holy grail. Like, oh, you can't play this. This is M-rated to the max.
I thought it was A,
man.
actually.
No way. And I almost can't believe in today's standards it wouldn't even get an M. There's no nudity.
No,
There's none of this
no,
other
not at
stuff.
all.
So
That's so funny.
I just, it's fun. It's an interesting game, but it's not exactly great to play.
Mark, sorry we bogarted your
No,
audio
I was
moments.
done.
Did you have any other questions on audio stuff? That's a cool thing to
yeah.
think about.
Okay. Yeah. How do you think the podcast's going?
So far,
So great. So far, so great. We listen to you, friends in Ukraine and China, and we know what you like.
Yeah.
We are going to do a whole episode of just Dota 2 replays.
uh-huh.
Oh shoot. No, I mean that's all I was thinking. But
That's
Brian,
cool.
you had a fun point earlier. Since we're getting to the tis the most wonderful time of the year.
Ooh.
Yeah. What was the you had a
Well,
phrase a certain
Davey,
way.
you got us. What are we doing, man? What's our topic
Oh.
of the day?
Davey.
I guess we'll talk about holiday games.
Yeah. What is? So the main thing that I brought this up to the group and I was like, "Hey, can we do this?" And they're like, "No, you idiot!" And then they finally agreed after I arm wrestled them.
It's just
And
not very PC.
everybody, I just want to let you guys know I arm wrestled them all and I won. And I arm wrestled them both together, and I was
Right.
that strong. So don't ever check who I am online. Anyways,
Weird. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna actually announce this because it was my idea, and I arm wrestled both of them for it and didn't win.
Arm
if
wrestled
Nathan
us
was
for
here,
the
he
idea.
actually arm wrestled someone in China.
He
That's
did.
another story for another time.
Oh,
Maybe
But he
you.
arm
Nathan
wrestled a stranger, and it was the funniest.
Under what circumstance?
I think a guy walked up to him and said, "You look strong."
And he lost. 'Cause-
Nathan
Yeah.
lost.
yeah,
Nathan
he's this
lost.
super small dude, and he just totally took.
Super
The arm
small.
wrestle was weird too, though, because it was in the air. If I
Yeah, yeah.
remember right, it wasn't
Yeah,
like
I think it was just like different, like kind of, different countries, different techniques, kind of a
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Technicalities.
So-
Yeah, Nathan had to play by Chinese rules, and he just didn't know how to do it.
Go, man.
He couldn't hack it.
Home court advantage.
Yeah.
So Dave tied that into holidays for it.
Okay. Here we go. No, I'm just kidding.
So Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving. We want to talk about our favorite holiday memories in association with video games. Is that correct? Am I understanding that properly? Why don't you kick it off for us, Frank, so we can get a
Okay.
lay of
Yeah,
the
frame,
land?
Okay.
frame it for us.
What I was thinking about is almost every year since I've been a kid, I've associated holidays with video games. Like when we were in high school, I played Half-Life 2. Like most of Thanksgiving Eve after
Man,
my dinner.
getting a lot of shout outs this episode.
Yeah, it was an awesome game. I remember
Yeah.
actually that is one of the first conversations I had with Dave on the phone. We were both playing Half-Life 2.
I don't
at the
remember
time.
that, but that sounds like a good conversation.
It was before Chess Club, and so everybody knows on this podcast we're not nerds at all.
Yeah, Chest Club.
Chess
Yeah, it's a
Club,
Conker's Bad Fur Day
man.
reference club.
Oh, yeah. But no, and then previous years I had played my Metroid Prime. I remember playing that, and I was sick.
That's the
and
GameCube
so-
one, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like the first person adventure. It was really cool.
That was a good game.
And I'll always remember like associating that game with like holidays, but also like I got like motion sickness from it, which was a weird thing I don't get from most games. But yeah, most years like last Thanksgiving, or not even last Thanksgiving. I don't even think I have a game I played last Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving before I played Fallout 4. And that's kind of what I think of is like, yeah, I went and I played this awesome game, and then I went and spent time with my family, and I'll always remember those game playing experiences. So I was wondering if you guys have any associated with either Thanksgiving or Christmas, since we're around that time,
Or
just-
Hanukkah.
or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa,
Kwanzaa.
or another one, Jehovah's Witnesses birthdays.
Guy
Right.
Fawkes Day.
Guy Fawkes Day. That we just had that actually a couple
Yeah,
days
we
ago.
did.
You always remember the 5th of November, right?
Yeah, the 5th.
Okay.
Mark, do you want to take it?
I don't. I think
Okay.
you got to go first because
Okay.
I'm brainstorming on this one.
Sure, you got it. So I don't have any specific Thanksgiving holiday gaming memories. I know Brian had like 10 just now.
Duck
but
hunt.
Duck hunt, especially. Big Game Hunter, mostly hunting games.
Cooking games.
Cooking Mama. You guys remember Cooking Mama?
Cooking Mama? No, I don't
Cooking
remember
Mama
that.
is a game. It did exist. It was on Nintendo DS and
Oh
Wii.
my gosh.
So I played on mobile actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They-
Cooking Mama Light.
Cooking Mama Light.
Local.
So what holiday games do you...
Holiday games for me are WoW. I played a lot of WoW over Christmas break. I remember some of the greatest times of my life were that 6-week winter break during in college.
Yeah,
In
that's
between
the best.
semesters. It was so great. Played tons of WoW. So part of the reason why I play WoW now is just to kind of like take a little boost of nostalgia and connection with Christmas.
Yeah.
But my ultimate favorite Christmas memory or favorite video game holiday memory has to do with getting Zelda Ocarina of Time on Christmas morning, running around Kokiri Forest with my
Yeah.
dad and my little brother
So cool.
on Christmas Day. And yeah, it was just the best. Like that music gets me all like thinking about Christmas time and stuff. I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be on a similar boat, although it was a friend of mine that had Ocarina of Time, and I was always the type of person who would enjoy watching people play games, and that was definitely one where you could like see things happen. I mean, it'd be frustrating if they swipe at the wrong time and hit the Skulltula right in the face, but yeah, that's that. I think Ocarina of Time, Zelda is really a great one. For some reason, the one that kept popping back in my head, and is never a game I own. Again, I'm just watching people play it. But Star Wars Pod Racing, I remember playing it in a family. Like there's some family friends playing it in their den in Colorado in the cold and stuff. So we'd go inside and play video games and stuff. I think that's why I have that memory. But yeah,
That's why I think of like Donkey Kong Country 2. I remember playing that either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day night. And I'll never forget like opening it, playing it, and then getting the Honey World. You remember the honey, like in the amusement park?
So cool. The music
Oh,
is so
man.
amazing for that too.
Yeah, so that's when I brought this up, that's like kind of what I was thinking about. I even remember St. Patrick's Day in college. I was playing
The
Resident
obscure holidays
Yeah.
getting down there.
Resident Evil 5, and I remember like people because I was over the age at this time. They're like, "Why aren't you going out drinking?" Like
Yeah.
somebody was harassing me. I'm like, "There's alligators in these waters. Okay, this is Resident Evil 5.
These
I
waters need
gotta
clearing, guys.
kill these alligators." But no, it's just cool when you associate like games with like Super Mario 64. I'm sure. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like that's
Christmas
always
time.
like
Yeah, for sure.
holidays time. Like
Okay, can you guys think of any holiday specific games where the game actually takes place?
Home Alone.
Kingdom Hearts.
Home Alone the game.
Yeah, Home Alone the game was great. Kingdom Hearts has a Christmas
Die
theme level
Hard.
and a Halloween theme level almost
Oh,
every
yeah.
time.
Mm.
That is very hot topic-y of them.
Hot topic. I guess actually I should say Kingdom Hearts 2 has a Halloween themed Christmas level where it's
Oh,
Halloween
Nightmare.
Town. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Christmas, and then the first one's just Halloween. But no, I it's just amazing when games can like do that. Like
Yeah.
they can bring you back to this moment.
Oh
Like
yeah, for sure. I do that with music too, though.
yeah.
Like I always think of Bon Iver's Bon Iver.
Oh, yeah.
I always think of Christmas time because I just started listening to it like right after one semester in law school.
Yeah.
I just started like getting
such
into
a
it.
good
then.
album.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
you waited 6 months on that, you idiot.
I know. I didn't even know about it. Eric just told me about it. Donna or something.
Yeah, Donna, not Eric.
We've never called him Eric on the show.
Never once. G.
Yeah.
But what about you, Mark? You're about to say something about
no. I was just gonna
an
say, yeah, Bon Iver's like the most like winter, like
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, yeah, season transporting, season setting type of thing.
For sure.
Oh, especially for Emma forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this
Great
isn't a
game.
music cast, but that is a great game, man. You
It's a
play with
great
Mario.
I don't know if I love for Emma. I mean, like Restacks. Like I can
Yeah.
listen to it all day. any
You don't
day.
like Wolves 1 and 2?
I do like Wolves 1 and 2.
Flume?
I kind of like Flume.
Skinny Love?
I love Skinny.
Yeah, I mean,
Love,
there's just- I
obviously,
mean, we're
But I
talking-
don't I don't really like For Emma that much. the
Yeah,
single.
for Emma's whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that song is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the best.
Video game that takes place in snow.
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey
That's
Kong.
what all
Yeah,
I
all
was
the
thinking.
Donkey Kongs have a snow.
Mario 64, where you
Yeah.
help the penguin.
Mhm.
The
Oh, the
slide.
penguin,
Oh my.
penguin slide. There it is. Yeah,
That's-
Diddy Kong Racing has a little snowy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
they have
love
a
that
great
game.
holiday
fun one.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
I got that on my mom's birthday though, so that was November before Thanksgiving, so I'll never associate that with
You
the
got that
holidays.
on your mom's birthday.
Yeah,
I just want
I
to
know.
touch on that real quick.
I don't remember if I like rented it from
Oh,
Blockbuster.
Little
but
baby Brian will cry if someone else gets a present.
I'm sorry, guys. I was only 10 at the time.
Oh, remember like it was yesterday, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I'm only 6 years ago.
That's awesome.
How do you guys feel?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We ran out of questions. And
Oh
everyone's
wait, I
talking
thought
about-
you were gonna
No.
go somewhere with that.
I'm
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's it, guys. I mean, that was a good show. Thanks for coming on, Mark. It was great having you.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. That
It
was.
wasn't
I'll be
great
here next
having
week.
me.
Well, I mean, you're just always here, so whatever.
I live here.
Brian lives in my garage. Not even the main part, like the back part of it.
Can you just give everyone your address real quick?
Sure, okay. But yeah, guys, just want to touch on those housekeeping items one more time. Please rate and review the show. That'd be awesome. Contact us on our Gmail, superbscast@gmail.com. And then Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah.
Cool.
That's to us people that can feel things. It hurts.